My name is Joe. I am hungry, and I am the host of the Joe is Hungry channel, deep fried and double dipped to perfection right here within the city limits of Fairmount, Georgia. And once again, it's time for the Joe is Hungry birthday shout-outs to Dora, Aaron Crump, Everett, happy birthday. You too, Patrick Vega. A special Joe's Hungry shout out to Josh Devine and Lyndon, Isaac and Abe. You too. I want to thank everybody that filled out my food poll in the community section on my YouTube page because you're sending me back to Papa John's to check out their new Boneless Wings. This new menu item is derived from and made with lightly breaded and oven baked white meat chicken with your choice of dipping sauce. And the choices of dipping sauce include garlic Parmesan, hot lemon pepper, good old buffalo, and barbecue or honey Chipotle. Each order of 10 will drain your cash reserves by $8.50. A 15-piece will cost you $12, and a 30-piece will set you back $22 before taxes in Georgia. A 10-piece order will add 590 calories to your daily diet plan. I have the stats on the screen and in the description below. For a 10-piece order, Papa John's blesses us with a post-serving weight of 10.17 ounces or 260 grams. With a little bit of math, each 10-piece order will sport a preliminary, and I stress preliminary, high-end price of 84 cents an ounce, but we won't know until later in the video when we do the Joe is Hungry weight test and calculate the actual relative fast food price per ounce. So let's stretch our wings and head on over to Papa John's in Calhoun, Georgia. Now it's time to do the Joe is Hungry temperature test. Boneless wing number 1 is 174.4 degrees Fahrenheit. Boneless wing number 2 is 158.2 degrees Fahrenheit. Boneless wing number 3 is 159.6 degrees Fahrenheit. I would have expected them to be a little bit warmer than that. I was kind of looking in the 170s and 180s since they came right out of the oven. I watched them do it. It burnt my hands, but that is the temperature. That is within parameters. So Papa John's, Calhoun, Georgia, you pass the Joe is Hungry temperature test. So now that we've determined that these things were cooked to order, I saw them do it, it's time for the next hurdle and head back to the studios and do the Joe is Hungry weight test. And before anybody asked, I take off for the packaging. In other words, I set the tear on the scales. Boneless wing number 1 weighs in at 9.35 ounces. Boneless wings number 2 weighs in at 10.35 ounces. Papa John's boneless wings number 3 weigh in at 10.70 ounces or 303 grams. Now, I really don't know what happened with that first one. The nuggets seemed kind of small. Maybe this is a one-up, but it really doesn't matter because today, Papa John's fails the Joe is Hungry consistency weight test. Now, if you add them all up, average them out, do the math, you come up with the same high-end price of 84 cents an ounce. So after all that weirdness in the weights, it got my curiosity up, so I took a closer look. I actually counted them, and each one of these packages has 11 chicken wings instead of 10. And I really don't know what to make of that, except now it's time for the Joe is Hungry big reveal. This is what it looks like, and this is what it's supposed to look like. This is what it looks like, and this is what it's supposed to look like. We've seen what they look like, we saw how much they were, we saw the weirdness in the weights. I think Papa John's may need to work a little bit on portion control, but this only leaves one more test, the definitive test, the one and only test, the Joe is Hungry bite test. So it is bite test, engage. For those of you who think that the 30-minute ride in my heated carrying case takes away from the quality of the boneless wings, and I really didn't think it would, I still went ahead and did a sneakadoodle bite. Sneakadoodle bite number 1. Sneakadoodle bite number 2. Sneakadoodle bite number 3. It's cooked hot, it's fresh, a little bit dry. Let's move on with the video. I can taste the saltiness. I can taste the hint of pepper in the seasoning. The breading isn't really crispy. After all, it was baked, not deep fried, and it's still just as dry as it was when they pull it out of the oven. You can eat them now. You can eat them later. You can eat them next week. I really don't think it's going to make any difference in this case. Because of the dryness, I would stick to the sauced versions, and I would not spare the ranch dressing. They have a new container, and you can see that it separates the hot stuff from the cold stuff, so the ranch dressing is no longer molten when you go for a dip. Are you listening, Pizza Hut? Unfortunately, it doesn't insulate as well as a traditional cardboard box, and probably answers for the temperatures being a little bit lower than I expected when I did the temperature test, even though they passed and I actually saw these things come out of the oven. But with that being said, it's time to give this thing a score. And if y'all don't know my scale is 1 to 10, 9 being the best. Anything above 9 is a once-in-a-lifetime experience and almost never achieved. 5 and down is that all too familiar fast food, slippery slope to the pits and depths of food hell. So let's go ahead and give this thing the number that it truly deserves. Papa John's, not that great of a value. Actually, a little bit lower quality meat. A little gristly here and there. Not good. I'm not really sure why you wouldn't get just chicken wings or get regular nuggets, because this is really just a nugget. Is edible. They did cook it to order. Papa John's. 5-3. That is my number. That is my review. And hopefully, we'll see you all again in the next video.